right, we already know that today is Salah, and in some of the messages that we read earlier, most of our leaders today are preaching service and, of course, tolerance and impacting humanity in some of their messages today. At this moment on the show, we'll be talking about service, fairness, and, of course, looking at it through the angle of Rotary Club, precisely Rotary Club of Omole-Golden, which was established in 2018. And we have joining us this morning Rotarian Jide Ogunleye, who joined Rotary Club of Omole-Golden in 2018, and he had served in different capacities as secretary, service project chairman, vice president, and chairman membership. Is currently serving as the president for 2024-2025 Rotary year. It's our pleasure to have you this morning.
Thank you so very much.
Fellowship?
Fellowship.
Are you a Rotarian?
I was an interactor.
Because when you said fellowship.
Oh, interesting.
I stopped there. It's so good to have you today. All right, so let's start from what essentially Rotary is all about. I know a little bit about the four-way test. Is it fair to all concerned? Will it be goodwill and better friendship and so on and so forth?
Beautiful.
You tried.
I don't know what he's doing.
So essentially now, for those who do not know, what is Rotary all about?
Okay, so Rotary is the world's foremost service organization, and it focuses on doing good across the world. Rotary is in almost every country in the world, and we try to impact our communities. So it's a group of people coming together, united in the ideal of service to create impact within our communities.
Okay, so what are some of the major projects that Rotary Club of Omole now has carried out the last, let's say, since your tenure began?
Oh, thank you so very much for that question. So since my tenure began about a year ago, I think I have less than 20 days to go to the end of my tenure, because the Rotary year is July to June. We'll trust you to know that so far we've done about 28 impactful projects.
Wow.
And I'll take it back from the most recent. Just yesterday we were at Sunday Market in Ogba, where we went to do a community project for the market women there, giving them sanitary pads. I had no idea sanitary pads has become really expensive.
Of course,
up until during my year as president. We also donated waste bins for them to do their cleaning. Prior to then, a week before then, we're at Makoko, the floating school, to teach the children about hygiene, distribute sanitary pad, and most importantly, feed those kids. But there are two really impactful projects that we did. One of it is an ICT laboratory that we built at Ajuwon Junior Secondary School, and we commissioned it on the 2nd of April. It was equipped with 25 computers and powered by solar. What we've basically done with that is giving those children access to opportunities, access to a whole new world. A few weeks after then, we commissioned a public toilet in a market around that Iju Ogudimo side, 4 blocks of toilets. That market had no facility for them to defecate or relieve themselves. They had to, litter the entire environment. We gave them that public toilet facility. On the 22nd of February, on my birthday, after giving so much and we still had more to do, I looked, what more can we do? If you had seen me 6 months ago, I was fully bearded. On the 22nd of February, I was looking just like you. Because I raised about 6 million naira for a charitable cause called Beards for Humanity. So I created a project where people came to experience, touching my beards for those that came.
Really?
Oh yes, we raised about 6 million thereabout. We had 3 categories of tickets, and we had the spectator pass, those that came and paid 25,000 naira, just come and witness it. We had those that paid 50,000 naira, called the Touch of Magic. Right, they touch the beard just before it goes off.
Your beards?
My beard was full. No blade that touched it in over 10 years.
Wow.
So it was my brand identity. It was me really giving myself away. So I was supported by friends. A few brands also came in and supported as well. And then you had those called the Dogo Pass, those who did 100,000 and above.
What did they do?
Oh, they touched it's online. It was global. It was recognized globally and internationally in Rotary International. Yeah. So people, those ones were able to cut the beards. And those funds were donated to the Rotary Foundation. I mean, there are so many things that we've done. This Rotary year, we've been to the hospital, we've given out maternity kits to expectant mothers, we've been to schools to talk about mental health projects, we've talked about artificial intelligence, because my classification is information technology. You know, I can go on and on and on and on. There's just so much that we've done this Rotary year.
I like the beards part.
Thank you.
You still have to go on and on and on. Some of these are impactful projects. What's the connection between them and the four-way test of the Rotary?
Okay, so the connection between them is it fair to all concerned? And I'll give you an example. About over a year ago in April, I visited Ajuwon Junior Secondary School with my 10-year-old son at the time, or 9-year-old son at the time. And when we went there, I was interacting with the kids, junior kids. And then I was interacting with them. I said, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they were saying different things, but nothing in relation to information technology or ICT. And I was curious. I asked them why. Don't you guys have an ICT lab in this school? How many of you have interacted with a computer? And they said none of them interacted with a computer. These were junior students between GS1 and GS2. But I said to them that there's a lab in this facility that I know we donated about 5 years ago. I inquired about it and realized that that ICT laboratory was for the senior secondary school. And even though they're in the same compound, the junior and the senior are two different management. So I made them a promise because I believed it wasn't fair that the senior students get to use ICT laboratory and have access to technology and the junior students do not. So I made them a promise, right? That, you know what? By July, in a few months' time, I'll become president. And when I become president, I'll build you an ICT laboratory. Is it the truth that we delivered it? The answer is yes. Rotarians are people of integrity. And exactly a year after, on the 2nd of April, that facility was commissioned. We not only commissioned it, we put it with solar so that it will be sustainable for them to use it without having to worry about the need to buy fuel or power supply. So it works hand in hand. Is it the truth? Is it fair? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? Right? So that's a facility that is now beneficial to them and those that will come even after them.
You are so passionate about this club. So what inspired you to join Rotary? I'm curious.
Okay, so for me, I think of myself an accidental Rotarian. I was never meant to be a Rotarian, I just found myself in a meeting trying to meet up with someone that I was doing business with, And I attended their meeting and I realized what they were about. By default, I'm passionate about service. By default, I'm passionate about giving. Beyond Rotary, I have an NGO called Boys to Men, right, which is an NGO that focuses on mentoring young boys between the ages of 5 and 18, young boys that are being raised by single mothers, right? There's a mentorship platform, I serve in a prison ministry in church called Opa Life as well, where we, visit prison ministries and attend to people that have been unjustly locked and, giving them a second shot at life. So for me, I've always been passionate. And by the time I joined Rotary, I saw that was an avenue for me to be able to even create much more structured impact, rather than the way I'm doing it by myself, with whatever little. I could not have, all this project I'm talking about is not my money, it's different people's money, grants, contributions from so many places that has come together. So by default, I'm passionate about service and I've come into an organization that focuses on creating impact through 7 areas of focus, and many of those areas of focus, align with me, and I guess.
Can you mention the 7 areas of focus?
Oh yes. So you have maternal and child health. You have protecting the environment, which is why we went to the beach, went to Legoshi Beach at some point in the year to clean up the beach. You have water and sanitation, which is the toilet project that we recently built. You have basic education and literacy, which has to do with the ICT and the learning facility. You have peace building. I've done a project with Area G this year where we had some engagement with the area boys, the agberos, and all those within the community. I've mentioned 5, protecting the environment, maternal and child health, peace building, economic empowerment. This year we gave out about 5 million naira in loans with 0% interest. All of it has been paid back as I speak. That is 6. What haven't I mentioned? I'm trying to remember what I haven't mentioned.
In fact, you've done so well.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you so very much.
You've done so well.
Okay, so for those who might want to partner with Rotary Club of Omole-Golden, how can they go about it?
Yes.
If they are not your members.
Absolutely. Thank you so very much. So even if you're not members, you could partner with us. You could find us on Instagram at rotaryclubofomole.com. You could also find us on our website, www.rotaryclubofomole-Golden.com. We are there. You could reach us, reach our contacts, request to join us, request to want to support us, ask for the account details, and send in your donation. Like I said, all of these that we've done this year are from various people that have supported, you know, all the projects that we've done. So you don't have to be a member to be a part of that impact.
Please, can you just, I want this man to be a member.
Absolutely.
Yes, he has to be.
But what about you?
Me.
What about you?
What about you?
What about me?
Jibola was
No,
with
so
you now.
we don't need to do much with him.
What about
I am very, very particular about him. Because
Why?
in school, he was in interact club. Man, never did anything. So you know, at least he knows something about them.
So why didn't you
when he
transit?
came in now, Jibola greeted him.
we heard it too.
Have you
Fellowship.
attended your
Or
meeting
just,
before?
can you
I've
imagine?
Fellowship.
Oh, really? How long ago?
That was years ago.
You see?
Oh, so you should
So he
come.
ran. So please bring him
I don't
back.
have the time.
Lost
No,
sheep.
so Rotary is now flexible.
Okay.
You know, Rotary has become flexible. Now we have clubs that are exclusively e-clubs. We have clubs that are hybrid. Our club is hybrid. We meet every Friday at Excellence Hotel, 7 for 7:30, which you said you've attended before. And if you're not able to come physically,
He will
you
come,
could
don't
join.
worry.
You could join
He's your
virtually.
lost sheep.
All
Now you
right,
have found him.
Rotary Jide Ogunleye, who joined Rotary in 2018, is the outgoing president of Omole-Golden Rotary Club. And of course, he had done so much to impact humanity during his own time. Of course, we'll continue to wish you well.
Thank you
and
so
of course, members of Rotary Club of Omole-Golden. We thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Josh, for having me.
All right, we'll take another quick break. When we come back, the show will continue.